yeah.
This is Dom Ali, you watch Akhi TV.
This is Richie Comet. Keep watching Akhi TV. Subscribe.
I'm Tweety, free bacon, egg, and cheese after my fight. We here with Akhi TV. You know, we out here.
That's what you get if you don't subscribe, huh?
Subscribe, like, you already know, comment.
And then I go and I say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put an ice on my bay, yeah. You riding on me, I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me, yeah. Why? And then I go and I say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put an ice on my bay, yeah. You riding on me, I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me, yeah.
This is Dom Ali, you watch Akhi TV.
This is Richie Comet. Keep watching Akhi TV. Subscribe.
I'm Tweety, free bacon, egg, and cheese after my fight. We here with Akhi TV. You know, we out here.
That's what you get if you don't subscribe, huh?
Subscribe, like, you already know, comment.
And then I go and I say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put an ice on my bay, yeah. You riding on me, I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me, yeah. Why? And then I go.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pieces and blessings upon all my Akhis and all my sisters out there. Welcome to Split Decision episode 36, right before Eid, of course, on the last couple days of Ramadan. So it's our holy month. I'm giving y'all the special edition because this Sunday I will be missing. So hopefully I will let y'all know when I'm hosting episode 37, most likely Monday. I will let y'all know for sure. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decafs / old media that don't know nothing about boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And let's get it started.
let's get ready to rumble!
So pretty much I want to let the viewers know and the public know that the callers and the viewers' opinion is not my own. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. So I say that because, of course, Split Decision stands for a whole lot of things. It's Split Decision for a reason. Split when it comes to the fans' opinions. It's also different decisions in the sport of boxing. For example, the fans want to see fights today. The business might say that's not possible. It might happen tomorrow. Obviously, what I mean by that is fans want to see the fights right now. The business say a year or two from now. So, like I said, there's an issue. I'm being objective. I talk about different factors. I bring up different elements to the equation. So I have to be objective. This is the boxing show. So if you disagree with my opinion, you could always call in. Like I said, if you agree, we could talk boxing. If you disagree, we could debate boxing. And anybody can get it.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
AB said it best. Call Akhi the can man on Split Decision. So what I'm pretty much saying is, this is the show of the people. So with that being said, Split Decision means a whole lot of things. Like I said, you know, when people want to debate me, there's two sides to every story. Obviously, Akhi speak the truth on the mic. So the other side, it ain't nothing but a lie, right? But when it's a fight prediction, for example, then of course you can have your opinion, I could have mine. But when it's a facts, when I bring facts to the table, that trumps opinions. But I bring that up because obviously the show called Split Decision, as y'all see, but Akhi wins by KO every time, undefeated like the Money May, the most feared like the young Iron Mike. Call me the young Akhi. So I say all of that because some decafs say, hey, why you only call the decafs out? Basically admitting that they are decafs and they want no smoke. They say call somebody that, or debate with somebody that know boxing. Anybody can get it.
They call me the
I already
problem,
told y'all that.
but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
And shout out to my bro Ski showing love off the bat. OG Swag, you already know we trying to be swagged up like you. That's my broski. He haven't blessed me with a call yet. I'm still waiting on OG Swag to bless me with a call. So tell OG Swag in a chat box to call in, because like I said, he be showing mad love. I appreciate the love and support, because you what keep me on my feet, and everybody that's tuning in the chat. So like I said, I say all of that because some people and some brothers of mine, like I said, anybody can get it, even my Akhi, right? So they say, hey, I agree with a lot of what you say, but I slightly disagree with other stuff. So call in, we could debate about it. But like I said, whoever calls in, you could be featured on the channel, but keep in mind that you have to be respectful. And just another side note for the viewers, this is the boxing show. I'm reachable, so anybody can get it. So Teddy Alice could call in from all I know. Paulie could call in. I already gave him the ether. I already gave Teddy Alice the kill shot. So like I said, you know, I ain't just picking on the decafs. Anybody can get it. And Akhi's undefeated when it comes to debate. And they don't call me the Money May of debating for nothing, because I haven't lost a debate yet. So for all the people that say, hey, yo, go debate this guy, go debate that guy, listen. When the king is sitting on his throne, he don't get up from his throne to address a president. So I don't know who you is, and I don't know who you lost to. Like Mayweather said, I don't know who you is, and I don't know who you lost to debating wise, but call in, you're going to get this work on some Loaded Lux work. So like I said, at the end of the day, or at least the night, keep it respectful in the chat. And also when y'all do call in or even comment, because y'all have to keep in mind, people complaining, hey, Akhi, you keep removing my comment, this or that. I don't do that. You know, we live in America. You know what I'm saying? So you could say whatever you want to say. How you could tell me however you feeling. But the only thing that you got to be mindful for is that community guideline. So any cursing words get eliminated. So keep it respectful. And keep it boxing. Like I said, call in, tune in, and let's get straight to it. Let's
Ladies
get to
and
round
gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
So last episode, obviously, I had technical difficulties, and the live kind of stopped midway when I was talking about what Mike Tyson and Holyfield got going on. So obviously Mike Tyson put it out there that he is in negotiations with Holyfield for an exhibition charity bout. A lot of people have been saying, hey, Akhi, you know, it's not really a good idea. Why you're encouraging it? But I'm just talking about it. Like I said, it's my job to talk about it. But we already got a caller. Let me go ahead and get it out the way.
And the live kind of.
How you doing, Akhi? Who this is, or where you calling from?
Yeah, this is your boy T. I'm calling from Virginia. How you doing?
All right. Talk to me.
Yeah, I just got a couple of things to say, brother Akhi. One, on this thing about Floyd Mayweather and Mr. Tank Davis here.
All right. Yeah. Can you? Like I said, I'm hearing a sound from maybe your computer, so make sure you turn that down. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to say, man. I'm a big fan of Floyd and what he done with the sport of boxing and how he changed boxing. If Tank was serious, this is just my opinion. If he was serious about his career and other things that go along with it, then he should have, in my opinion, block out, you know, the unnecessary distractions and focus that energy with his promoter Floyd Mayweather. That's just my opinion, man.
Yeah. I mean, you're most likely right, but he is trying. Obviously, he a young kid, but he need to start getting it. He need to start, you know, to get it together and put it like puzzle, because you see a guy like Devin Haney taking advantage of all the knowledge that Floyd Mayweather has. So we're going to talk about it today. But one thing for sure, you know, is a topic later on. I heard he cut off AB, the can man.
Yeah, he did.
So is that?
He did.
So
yeah, he did.
So
man.
he's on the right track. But I mean, like I said, you know, obviously, they still friends for sure. But I'm just saying, AB been saying that Gervonta been destining himself from him.
That's true. No, I agree with that, man. And all the other things that goes with it. Also, I just want to clarify certain things, man. I've noticed that, in certain comment sections and everything that I've seen people, saying that Floyd's been holding this kid back. Now, in my opinion, it's not best to jump in and take certain fights. You know what I'm saying? I feel that, you got to pace yourself, man. And when the time is right, then you can make a good name for yourself and you could create your legacy. So I'm not going to fault Floyd for that. I just think that he's just trying to be a good promoter, a good trainer. And when the time is right, okay, now, kid, you could create your legacy. In my opinion, I feel that he's trying to teach this kid the game of boxing outside the ring. That's my opinion. I also feel that, that Tank Davis, although he's talented and everything like that, this kid, he loves the spotlight too much outside the ring, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the social media and the girls and everything, man, he can just put that on the back burner if he really wants it.
Yeah, he is there for him to grab. But like I said, you pretty much saying that Floyd Mayweather is being calculated and making sure he's adding up and subtracting all the positives and negatives and seeing, hey, if Gervonta ready, he gonna throw him in there with the Wolves. So like I said, we'll see. But I'm gonna talk about this topic down the line. You know what I mean? So you can call back, when I do get to it. But great talking to you, Akhi. All right.
All right, but brother, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. So, I'm going to get to the Gervonta topic. Obviously, we're going to talk about Devin Haney, Gervonta, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, and so many more topics. So, when I do get to those topics, please call in, depending on what topic exactly you want to talk about or touch on. Shout out to Joys of Life, OG Swag, RJ, and everybody in the chat. So, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, talk about the business at hand. And once I do get to those topics, I'm going to definitely touch on it, and y'all could call in because I want to keep it together and organize it where the show flowing in a fluid ways where I could get all the topics done. So Mike Tyson versus Holyfield, a lot of fans saying, hey, man, Mike Tyson's too old. He's smoking every day. He's high every day. So, he could study the art of war all he want, but he need now to study the art of humbleness and just stay humble for the rest of his career, because obviously, he's too old to be getting hit. The brain is not meant to be hit. Like I said, I pretty much agree with y'all, but I'm just reporting the news. You can't get mad at me for reporting the news. So when I see Mike Tyson fighting Holyfield or possibly facing Holyfield in the future, I can't stop him from doing so. So guess what? I'm just talk about it like everybody else. So obviously, it's not the smartest thing to do because, like a lot of people pointed out, he obviously smoking weed every day, getting high every day, and this and that. So he already lived his legendary career. But, at the end of the day, or at least the night, it's giving him more publicity. I mean, he was the face of boxing at one point. So why not? He taking advantage of it. He using it for market value. And it's a good way to close the chapter of Holyfield versus Mike Tyson, because it left a bad taste on a lot of people's mouths. A lot of people really stopped watching boxing when Tyson bit Holyfield ear. They were like, man, that's a crazy sport. Some psychos fighting that sport, right? So it left a bad taste in people's mouth. And if they could get together and fight in an exhibition, and after the fight, if Mike lose or win, be humble in defeat or winning. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a good way to close the chapter, in my humble opinion, as long neither of them is going to get hurt. Obviously, Holyfield looked like he still got it, but shape-wise, he doesn't look like a heavyweight. I mean, Mike Tyson, frame-wise, he looked like iron. He's sharper than a razor blade, the way he looking. Holyfield, on the other hand, not so. But Holyfield fought till a later age, and he was sharper to a later age. So, ain't no telling. Expect the unexpected in boxing. I think Holyfield always had the kryptonite for Mike Tyson's style. I also do feel like Mike Tyson lost to that man in the mirror, which we all hoping Gervonta doesn't fall in that category that Prince Nassim Hamed fell into, and Mike Tyson falling in love with their own hype, not training to their full potential. Do it the Mayweather way, hard work and dedication. You see Devin Haney leading the way. That's another topic we're going to touch on later on. So with that being said, like I said, it's a good way to close the chapter. But is it a smart idea? Absolutely not, because obviously the brain is not meant to be hit. If you were 53 years old. I mean, y'all saw what happened to Bernard Hopkins, and he took good care of himself till he made it to 50. However, he was fighting at a world championship level, and he started boxing at like around 21 years old, right after he left out of jail, which people forget about that, because see, Mike Tyson was a champion by 2021. So you got to put these elements on the table. So like I said, we're going to talk about it. The night just getting started. So on to round 2. So I dropped the video on, Mayweather versus Conor. And, I did make the statements of this fight is long overdue for Floyd Mayweather to make $600 million. And some people was telling me you didn't emphasize on that. So what I basically meant is Conor McGregor got whooped in the sport of boxing and then went back to the MMA and got whooped in that sport. So it ain't no longer the same hype. See, it's one thing if Conor McGregor went back to the UFC and beat the crap out of Khabib, you know what I'm saying? The Mayweather of the UFC. Then people would have said, you know what? 4 years later, Mayweather being 4 years older, Conor being 4 years better, he might got a shot. But when you just got your ass beat, excuse my language, by Khabib, and, that was a beatdown, man. That wasn't even an L. He took 2 L's. His team took a L. Conor took 2 L's because he got beat up during the fight. He got smashed on. And then after the fight, he got smacked on. So it's like, man, who really want to see that now? You know what I'm saying? And obviously, Floyd Mayweather carried him for a reason. It was smart planning to say, hey, 4 years down the line, I'm going to beat his ass again and make another big paycheck. But who knew Khabib was going to burst on the scene like an eagle? So we'll see. Like I said, I really don't think Mayweather going to make like that much money out of a Conor rematch. But Conor fans are delusional, man. They still saying he going to beat Floyd. So ain't no telling with Conor fans, because you could sell them anything. You could sell them pure water, claiming and tell them it's wine that's been here for 10 years. They buy into it. So like I said, I really don't think much of it, other than it's an easy paycheck for Floyd. And like I said, for the people that have an issue with that, if you was in Floyd Mayweather's shoe, you will do the same thing. Excuse me. You will do the same thing because he earned the right to be here. So if you was in his shoe, you will do. If you're gonna do the same thing, why complain? Like I said, this ain't a case where Floyd Mayweather is in his prime and he's calling out a UFC fighter. This is a 43 years old Floyd Mayweather. He said he retired from boxing, but not from the sport of entertainment. He the biggest boxing star and the biggest UFC star. You know what I'm saying? He's so big, he bigger than any UFC star. So let him make his money. Like I said, he earned the right. If a UFC fighter is going to come to the boxing game, obviously they're going to need to have some advantages on their side, such as size, youth, and, being the younger, bigger guy. Like I said, these are enough advantages for a lot of Conor McGregor fans, right? Even though they already seen how the first fight played out. Like I said, we already know Floyd Mayweather carried him. If y'all don't believe me, go watch where Floyd Mayweather was at couple days before the fight in his damn strip club. So he was just basically pimping the boxing game and the UFC game. However, the good thing about it, it brought a lot of attention to the sport. Regardless if hardcore boxing fans liked it or not, we all tuned in. You know, again, the casual fans tuned in. They really thought it was a fight. So as long they really watched the sport of boxing, and I don't know what percentage became boxing fans, but let's say 1% of the people that watched that fight in particular, it's good for the sport of boxing. Let the sport of boxing grow. That's all I'm saying. So I'm open for any exhibition match from Tyson to Holyfield to Mayweather to Conor. Like I said, you know, if I can't stop it from happening, if I'm not in the business game, then I'm gonna talk about it, right? So moving on to the next round. So, man, let's talk about it. Gervonta. This is what everybody in the chat for. Like I said, once I get to the topic that you want to talk about particularly, call in, because you know, I don't want to flip-flop and go back to the topic I already talked about or the topic that I'm about to talk about. So let me give y'all a brief of what I'm about to go through. I'm about to talk about Gervonta and how he reacted to Devin Haney getting trained by Floyd, then Floyd Mayweather, and basically his response to what Gervonta had to say and his thoughts on Devin Haney and many more on them subjects. So let's start off with Gervonta Davis. So Gervonta, he mad at Floyd for training his future opponent, basically, and he giving him the blueprint on how to beat him. So, of course, Gervonta gonna get mad at that, you know, because Gervonta, from the outside looking in, he gonna like, man, this man soaking up all this knowledge that Floyd Mayweather giving it to him, and he gonna use it against me. I don't got time for that. So, obviously, you could see where he coming from, why he will be upset. However, I disagree with the way he approached the situation, because he basically said, man, they the ops, and I'll fight anybody, including Floyd. It would have sounded much better if he would have said, including Devin Haney. He would have let Floyd Mayweather know how mad and how tight he is at the fact that Devin Haney is training with Floyd, right? But by him saying Floyd, of course, ego is going to get involved, right? Now, it's one thing if Gervonta wanted to train with Floyd, and Gervonta said, you know what? You know, I'm going to go to Vegas, and he knocked on that TMT gym, and he tried to train with Floyd, and Floyd said, I'm busy. I got to train myself. I got to do this. I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? He gave him an excuse. And then the next day he's training Devin Haney. Then obviously you should have an issue with that. But when Gervonta is out here having a great time, he's chilling. Floyd Mayweather been wanting Gervonta to move to the TMT gym and train there or in Vegas. Floyd Mayweather been saying, hey, man, you're not focused. Hanging out with AB or doing whatever you doing in your hometown. Obviously, there's too many distractions. You know, this is your future, this or that. Floyd Mayweather, man, he advised him on more than one occasion. Gervonta chose not to listen to him. Now, all of a sudden, Devin Haney is taking advantage of Floyd Mayweather wanting to be a trainer. And all of a sudden, now Gervonta getting mad about it. Getting upset, thinking he betrayed him in a way. Really, it really don't work that way, because he have known Devin Haney for a long time now, ever since he was a kid. So to Mayweather, he's just teaching the dream. His nickname is literally the dream. He's teaching him how to achieve his dream. So to Floyd Mayweather, he's doing a good deed. You know what I mean? He ain't thinking about, oh, well, that's a future opponent for Gervonta. Floyd Mayweather didn't even think about that, because, like I said, he over here helping out who's knocking on his door. So Floyd Mayweather trained Devin Haney instead, and he could have been training. He could have been training that Gervonta Tank Davis from the jump. Like I said, I understand where Gervonta coming from, but if you know better, do better. You can't talk to somebody like Mayweather like that. Mayweather is not a youngin. Mayweather is no longer pretty boy Floyd. He's more mature now. You come at him the mature way, obviously he gonna give you a mature answer. But when you give him that, hey, I'll fight Floyd, you know, he the op, he this, he that, obviously he gonna feel some type of way. Like, ego's gonna get involved. You know, they don't call him TBE for nothing. So Floyd Mayweather feel like, hey, you know what? Forget you, Gervonta. You're gonna learn the hard way. And, you know, like I said, that's not the... Let me go ahead and pick up a call. Hello, how you doing, Akhi? Who this is? Where we calling from? Oh, my bad. Hold on, I gotta connect you to the studio. I got you. Who this is? Where we calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, you live?
Yes, sir. I'm calling from Texas.
Texas. Gotcha. So talk to me.
Man, I just think Gervonta Davis needs to get out his feelings, man. To me, I think this might be a conspiracy theory, but Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather, basically, Devin Haney grew up with Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Pretty much. So, to me, I think that this may be crazy, but I think that Mayweather and PBC have a plan where they're giving Devin Haney to the zone, where he can take the belts from the zone and bring it back to PBC.
Man, you see, great mind thinks alike, Akhi. I was actually about to bring that topic up. It was actually a topic I had. See, I felt the same way when Devin Haney went to the zone. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Floyd Mayweather would have been saying from day one he's signing Devin Haney, and all of a sudden he let him go. But it was smart planning by Floyd, because, see, peep this. You know, Floyd Mayweather is pretty calculated with his investments. So in his mind, so in his mind, he like, you know what? Why sign Devin Haney for a big check now when he don't even have a strap, when he's still a prospect, when I could let him go rob the zone pretty much, because they're gonna give him so much money. Like, he made $1 million last fight. You know what I mean? And he was fighting basically nobody according to the fans, right? But he made all that money being the boogeyman, and now if he could fight Ryan Garcia, for example, on the zone and beat him, or Lomachenko and beat him, he automatically a superstar. And then Floyd Mayweather could be like, you know what, come talk to me. I'm going to give you the same deal I gave myself on Showtime. And like I said, where does Gervonta Tank Davis fight at? Showtime. So Floyd Mayweather got them type of connections. He said, me and Al Heyman are one. Me and PPC are one. The fall of HBO and the rise of PBC was all due to Mayweather. And that was the biggest entity at the time. That's how powerful Floyd Mayweather is in the game. Hate it or love it. Of course, people going to hate, but Floyd Mayweather got that type of a leverage. So I actually agree with you 100% on that. Like I said, great minds think alike. So, you know, hopefully we didn't just snitch on the game plan for Floyd Mayweather.
Can I say one more thing? I think that Gervonta, and also too, I think a lot of us is taking this maybe too far. This may be just another. You know, Mayweather always got a game plan, man. The green print.
The green print. He know how to make money, bro.
Using this shit just to get Gervonta Davis back in the limelight for us to talk about him in the boxing news, the new media. And it's just like, bro, Mayweather ain't gonna fuck up over his own star. And at the same time, Gervonta Davis needs to understand, like, bro, I known this dude since he was a kid. My dad trained him. You feel what I'm saying? So
it's family. Like I said, Mayweather's gym to him is almost his second crib. You know what I mean? You know, like Floyd did not betray him. Like I said, you know, whoever is whispering to Gervonta, like I said, he don't have his best interest, because if he did, he would not be telling them this lies. You know, Floyd is betraying you and all that.
What's crazy to me, Akhi, is that why would you not fuck with Adrian Broner no more if you really, you know, if you really not fuck with Mayweather like that? You feel me? At the beginning of everything, Mayweather told this man, do not follow Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
I tried to give him the game, and he thought he was bigger than what he was. So why all of a sudden is Adrian Broner putting on Instagram that, man, that's my brother for life. I haven't talked to him for a minute. Pretty much. You feel me?
Right.
Why would you cut off ties to Adrian Broner? come on, man. Like I said, man. Like they know what they doing, man. Then the LFB made that call. Like, dude, just chill out, man. Like, this is family. Like, you know, this is nothing bigger than just this is family, and whatever we need to do, we're gonna make this money together. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it, man. Like I said, man, Gervonta Davis. You know, this is just. I don't mean to get on a deeper end, but another man growing up without a dad in his household, and we don't know how to control our emotions. We let our emotions speak for ourselves.
I mean, yeah, Gervonta is learning the hard way. Sometimes you can learn from an advice, or sometimes you choose to take it to your own hand. It's always best to learn it from the advice. Now, I do want to add on to what you said, because that was actually one of the topics. Gervonta came out saying, "My baby bro, Gervonta really don't F with me no more. I'm sincerely hurt about this ish." He says, "Still my brother for life though." And Gervonta, you know, I don't know who he was aiming this toward. He said on Twitter, "Don't call me too much. I might never pull up again." I don't know. I don't know if he. Who you? First of all, let me ask you this: Who you think that's directed to Mayweather, because he said pull up, or Broner?
Look. When have you ever known enough time for Mayweather to ever sweat anybody? He Mayweather.
Yeah, he ain't tripping.
He's the A side. Yeah. He's always been the A side.
He said he the A side. Hey, so you saying it's Broner?
You call me. You want to fuck with me? You call me.
So you saying it's Broner?
So, 100%.
We gotta play this for
But you could call me the can man.
Anybody can get it, even on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I say this, right? I say this because look, I like AB. I think AB has Gervonta best interest, but his habits don't. You know what I'm saying? So
no.
I want to say this. Now, it's cool to hang out with the rappers and this and that, right? But one thing for sure that Gervonta have to realize, and AB, I'm pretty sure he realized it, but he realized it too late, that you could sip all this lean like the rappers do and all that. But see, the rappers, when they go to the studio, they could still make a hit track. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, a fighter, you sipping lean or you ain't doing what you supposed to do, you ain't going to be able to survive a fight. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is you got to live the fighter lifestyle. You know, you are who you hang with. You are who you hang with.
Not to bring up this, but not to shit on your opponent, but there is, and you can look it up, guaranteed, there is a story out there that Lil Wayne seen Adrian Broner in the club, and he said to him that, "Hey man, don't nobody know who the fuck you is in here."
Damn. Why Lil Wayne had to violate AB like that?
Man, because Lil Wayne was Lil Wayne used to bring up Floyd Mayweather. So he was just like putting them up on game, like, you acting like an ass in here, don't nobody know who you are. They know who I am.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta apply yourself to your own service and your own greatness and work hard at that. Like I said, you know, a rapper could do whatever he wanna do, whatever he feel like he wants to do. Because at the end of the day, he only making a hit track, and you might have a better chance making a hit track being on something nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The way the youth are operating. But what I'm saying is, for like a fighter, you gotta live the fighter lifestyle, because like I said, you know, you are who you hang with. So you start hanging out the wrong crowd, you're gonna pick up the bad habits. You know, it takes a strong person with a strong self-belief and a strong self-control like Floyd Mayweather to hang out with rappers and not do what they do, because Mayweather did do that, and he will run from the club to the house, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
for real. I just think that people don't really realize how great this dude really was, bro.
Like, to have that self-control, bro.
Any era.
Bro, listen.
You can put him in any era, and he still would be Floyd Mayweather.
That's what I'm saying. Because, like I said, people.
Fundamentals. He beat guys with fundamentals, bro. Not with athleticism. Fundamentals.
And skills.
He beat guys when he was older with fundamentals.
Mayweather always say, you could be stronger than me, you could be faster than me, you could be bigger than me, but you're not smarter than me. But just to follow up on my point, see, Mayweather, you know, he trained that hard, right? And it's one thing to have dedication, but to have that type of self-control, to not get influenced by others. See, Mayweather takes the good and leaves out the bad. So he hanging out with the rapper, he gonna take the advice that he gives him that's gonna help him in his career or in life, but he gonna leave out the bad, whatever bad they do. That's why he never smoked. That's why he never drank. Andre Ward even said at one point, he said, I will never let a fighter that smokes hookah or drinks beat me, because obviously they don't even have the same ethic as mine. Forget talent. They don't even have the same work ethic and discipline. So Hopkins did so too. He took advantage of the game because he saw how all these fighters, once they get to the top, they lose focus. Mike Tyson, a perfect example. He had all the talent in the world, but he lost to that person in the mirror. Hopefully, Gervonta doesn't
always bring that up, Akhi.
Yeah, because but you don't understand. The youth always fall into this trap every single time. My favorite fighters always fall in this small trap. And I'm like, man, y'all better get it together, because you don't get, see, like, you're not gonna be able to do that your whole career. You could only make money in boxing for so long. So, get it while you're there and get out and do whatever you want to do. Live how you want to live. But while you boxing, do what you need to do. But I got another caller, Akhi. Who this is again? Because, you need to call again, fam.
My name is Evan Dugard, man.
Evan Dugard.
I'm out of Texas, man.
I got you.
Sir.
Call in again, all right? Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hey, Evan was speaking them facts. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is and where you calling from? Oh, man. I just picked up, my man. He done dipped on me. Let me see what he got going on. Hopefully he pick up. Yeah, my man ain't picking up. 725, I am calling you back. So, I got to keep it moving if you don't pick up. Oh, man, he ain't pick up. So, I'm going to call another Akhi of mine real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I said, the number is in the description box below if you do want to call in. Call in to talk about any topic you prefer. We got plenty of topics though, so like I said, I got so many topics to talk about. So how you doing, Akhi? Who this is and where you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. What's going on?
What's going on, Akhi? It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone, man. I had to tap in with it.
Okay. Now what's going on? How you feel about, what's been going on lately? Gervonta versus Devin Haney. You think they need to fight it out or what? What's going on?
Yeah, they need to fight it out straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis, he's confused. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Gervonta Davis, he makes a statement. He comes out and calls out Floyd Mayweather to a fight, who's retired. Floyd Mayweather, who's his promoter. Floyd Mayweather, who's a welterweight, who's not even in the same weight class, but he refuses to call out Devin Haney, who's a world champion in his division. Gervonta Davis was the number one contender in the WBC when he moved up from 130, and Devin Haney was calling him out. Devin Haney said, I got the WBC world title. Come and get it. Come and get it. And Gervonta Davis, he went the WBA route and went to go fight Gamboa for a WBA regular title.
So
the man avoided.
In your opinion,
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, in your opinion. Now, because you say Gervonta don't want that smoke. Now, in your opinion, when Gervonta said, obviously, I'll fight Floyd, it would have sounded much better if he said Devin Haney. But in your opinion, when he said I'll fight whoever, you didn't take that as him wanting to fight Devin too?
No, of course not. You know what I'm saying? You got to be direct. Devin Haney was direct when he called out Lomachenko. Devin Haney's direct when he wants a piece of Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney's direct when he wants to fight Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis made a weak move. That's a weak move. Why call out Floyd Mayweather, who's training Devin Haney? Why call out Floyd Mayweather because he's training Devin Haney? Why not call out Devin Haney, man? That's what I'm saying. Call out the guy who's a champion in your division, undefeated world champion, the youngest champion in boxing, the youngest promoter in boxing, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make a statement, if you want to get even with Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, go fight Devin Haney. But he's scared. He's ducking Devin Haney. Last time I checked, Devin Haney made Gervonta Davis quit in the Floyd Mayweather gym in front of Floyd Mayweather in the doghouse. He quit.
So to talk about that, because I did make a video on that because the information was already out. Like I said, what happens is sparring stays in sparring. But, even H Money over here, he didn't put the secrets out. So, Devin Haney did say, or his father, I think he said, Gervonta, they had to stop the fight. They stopped the fight, actually, the trainer. Now, in the first fight, though, Devin Haney did give Gervonta his props. He said that obviously, I was surprised, this and that. And then Gervonta trainer, he came out and he said that he got dropped in the first sparring. That Gervonta actually dropped Devin Haney in the first sparring. That's what he was alluding to, and that's why Devin Haney was so impressed by him, right? Now, in the second time, Devin Haney came prepared, and you got to keep in mind, Devin Haney is actually much younger, too. From what I heard, though, according to the rumors, when Floyd Mayweather called up Gervonta and AB, Gervonta was out of shape. That's what I heard. And that's why the trainer or whoever was in the corner stopped the sparring, because Devin Haney, he stays in shape year round. Gervonta, he was a little out of shape. So obviously he wasn't in condition to continue the whole sparring. You know how doghouse rules go. You fight till you quit. So in your humble opinion, if they fight now, you're saying, obviously you favoring Devin Haney because, of course, you believe he the future pound for pound #1. But according to the sparring, you think Gervonta, if he's 100% dedicated, 100% ready, how that go?
Well, this is what I got to say. You mentioned the first sparring session. The first time Devin Haney fought against Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney was 15 years old, still in high school.
Right.
Gervonta Davis was 20 years old at the time.
So
he
19.
fought against a teenager.
Yeah, I think 19.
Yeah, about 19 to 15. That's a big difference when somebody's 15. That's a high schooler fighting against a grown man. Gervonta Davis was supposed to beat him at that time. But when Devin Haney got older, when he got more mature, what happened? Gervonta Davis quit. You know what I'm saying? He quit in the ring. He can handle it. But this is what I got to say. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Devin Haney is always ready. He's always in shape. We're in quarantine right now. Devin Haney's in the gym with Floyd Mayweather working out every day. Where's Gervonta Davis? He's not ready. Last time I checked, the man was out of shape with a big belly, with a big old stomach. So this is what I got to say, Akhi. This is what I got to say, Akhi. Devin Haney always been calling out Gervonta Davis for years. For years he wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard Gervonta Davis call out Devin Haney? Have you ever heard him call him out?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. Devin Haney's a world champion. Why not call out Devin Haney? He has a belt in the same division. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta was #1 in the WBC. He went the WBA route. Why is it Devin Haney chasing him?
So you don't think Floyd Mayweather is stopping that fight from happening? You don't think Floyd Mayweather got anything to do with that?
No.
Because he knows how good Devin
Floyd
is?
Mayweather is not stopping it. No, he's not stopping that fight. Last time they tried to say Floyd Mayweather was stopping Gervonta Davis from fighting Lomachenko, but I remember on a Showtime card, Floyd Mayweather after the fight said, "We want to make the Lomachenko fight now," and that's when Gervonta Davis was saying, "Oh, Floyd Mayweather's trying to set me up. He set me up in a Pedraza fight. I want to leave Floyd Mayweather because Mayweather was trying to make that Lomachenko fight."
See, that's around the time where Floyd Mayweather wanted Gervonta to leave, I think, AB and come train with him in Vegas. And that's why I said earlier that Gervonta, he got to get it together because, a lot of people wish they were in his position. They wish they had not just his talent, but his opportunities that's right in front of him, which is a plug and a connection to Mayweather and all the knowledge. And instead of soaking it up, he beefing with him. So that's not the right approach. And I see where you coming from at H Money. Like I always say, man, you always come correct. So with that being said, man, any last comments?
Yeah, my last comment is Gervonta Davis, don't call out Floyd Mayweather. If you got a problem with Floyd Mayweather training Devin Haney, call out Devin Haney. Stop ducking like you duck Lomachenko. Devin Haney caught out Lomachenko. Devin Haney's chasing Lomachenko while Tank Davis is running away from the Lomachenko fight. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis is 25 years old, and he's ducking a 21-year-old Devin Haney. What are you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? Stop waiting. Step up to the plate. If you want to call somebody out, call out Devin Haney, who Floyd Mayweather is training to knock you out. Floyd Mayweather is training Devin Haney to knock out Gervonta Davis, man. It's Haney time. DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, H Money, Mr. DAZN. We signing out.
I got you. All right, shout out to Mr. DAZN, H Money. Like I said, man, he done went off on my man Gervonta. Man, Gervonta, man, you got to do something, baby. People out here calling you out. What's going on? I got my man right here because I promised a couple people to call him back. I'm going to pick up 2 calls then. I'm going to move on to the next topic. But, man, H Money gave my man Gervonta the work. Yeah, hold on, Akhi. Go ahead. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is and where you calling from?
Chris from Vegas.
Oh man, you from Vegas, man, from where all the drama is going on right now. So you might have some insight on a thing or two. So talk to me.
Well, don't you think it's weird that Haney, even though he's known the Mayweathers for so long, he signed with Eddie Hearn instead of the Mayweather promotion?
Yeah, I think Mayweather is pimping the game. We talked about it earlier. I think like my man brought it up earlier, which was I was actually about to bring up the same point, which was I think Floyd Mayweather told Devin Haney, hey, listen, man, go make your money, come back, see me when you on the top 5 pound for pound, and then I'm gonna give you that bag with Showtime. That's what I think he told him, and he went and robbed his own with whatever contract he got for a lot of money. He obviously got a couple meals, and he fighting every time for a meal or two. And he ain't even fought a big fight yet. So imagine when he get there, DAZN gonna give him the bag. So I think Mayweather looking at it, being calculated, thinking, hey, you know what? I'm gonna sign Devin Haney once he's already a superstar instead of me making him a superstar. I'm gonna take him from being a superstar to a Mayweather star.
Yeah, that makes sense. You think Floyd will be as good as his uncle at training?
I think. With Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace. Floyd Mayweather Sr., one of the best trainers as well. Jeff Mayweather, also one of the best. But I think Mayweather could surpass all of them because Mayweather, if he dedicate himself to training, you got to realize, with all the knowledge he has, he could give so many tips and so many advices because he's seen it all at the elite level. I mean, he could inform you on so much that it's going to be second nature to you once you see it. You're going to feel like you already been there. So I think Mayweather could surpass all of them because, how you not going to be able to be the best trainer in the world when you was one of the best fighters, when you was arguably TBE, the best ever. So I don't see why he can't be a great trainer because I see the advices he gives Devin Haney only on a couple clips, and they were great advices, And like I said, he mastered the shoulder roll. So he could give you the small hints because I remember when Mayweather fought, for example, Canelo Alvarez, he does so much little stuff that people don't peep. Even against Berto, he said he beat him with his E game, not even his D game, his E game. Mayweather will throw a right hand and he will catch your counter before you even throw the counter because he already got you calculated. From the first bell, that's how crazy and how talented Mayweather is. So, of course, he's going to be a great trainer, especially when he has a fighter that's trying to emulate his style. It's easy to teach him what Mayweather was doing. So Mayweather could easily give him a tip or two on how he became TBE.
Yeah, I mean, he mastered the sport. He's a promoter, a fighter, now a trainer. He's got everything down, And the
Mayweather gym, shit, they don't put up a Mayweather gym in my town. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I might need to open a franchise.
Always packed. Always packed.
Yeah, man. Like I said, he doing big things. And for the people that claiming he broke, that's why I'm like, man, why you, man, people
He's not
steady
broke.
hating
He's
because
far
it's like,
from broke.
what are y'all talking about? Talking about the man broke when he haven't even cashed his $100 million check that he made from his last fight. And you got to keep in mind, all these gyms from, like, they even got one in my hometown right now. And I mean, where I'm from, where I'm living right now. And there's so many Mayweather gyms, so many hotels that he owns, properties, and so many investments. Like I said, the man got $1 million voice, so he can't go broke. But we all know what time it is. Obviously,
he's got a building in Times Square, you know.
See, oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's dope. I ain't even know that. See, man, like I said, man, he wealthy rich. He's generational rich. You know what I mean? The man ain't going broke no time soon. Like I said, you know what I mean? His kids are gonna be A-okay. But you know, any last question, Akhi?
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen with his daughter?
Oh man, like I said, I ain't even really wanted to talk about the news because I mean I got a daughter coming inshallah in a month or two.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, I'm blessed with having a daughter. So like I said, I don't even know how that pain felt for him because, you know, one thing he could advise his kids, but he cannot teach them not to make mistakes. They're gonna make mistakes. They kids, obviously. So
well, he warned her about that rapper.
Yeah, and he also warned her. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. He warned her, and she didn't listen. And now he trying to probably get her to learn the hard way because, you know, he like, man, I try my best. But like I said, obviously he gonna be there for his daughter no matter what. That's his blood. But you know, that must be painful. Like I said, the thing about Floyd is, you know, that's why me as a father now, I'm just speaking for myself. You know, for example, you know, I try to be a living example because I know my kid's gonna look up to me. See, the daughter, the father is her first love. The son, the father is his first hero, right? So when you have a daughter or a son, it don't matter. They look up to you automatically. So whatever you do, they're gonna want to be just like you. So your son gonna want to be just like you when he grows up. Your daughter gonna want to find somebody just like you. You know what I'm saying? So Mayweather, from an early age, he was obviously, you know, a player, this and that, and he matured. Now you look at him, he's a completely different person today. If you speak to him, and like that, people change for the good or the bad. Mayweather changed for the good. So I try to be a living example from day one because I don't want my son or my daughter to make mistakes because I made them and they thinking it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I try to be a living example. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's painful for Floyd Mayweather to see, you know, because he dealt through a lot, from Roger Mayweather passing away to Kobe, one of his best friends, passing away. May they rest in peace. And now his daughter getting to, you know, an issue with NBA YoungBoy and stabbing somebody. So like I said, you know, hopefully they resolve the issue. You know what I mean?
Okay. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, anytime, fam. Thank you for calling in. Anytime.
Yep.
So I got one more person to call before I dive into the main topic of the night, and that's what Mayweather had to say. So let me go ahead and get to the last caller real quick. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is and where you calling from? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Who this is and where you calling from?
Yeah, man, this is Kyle calling from Virginia, Norfolk.
Virginia. Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
What you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. I just want to talk about I mean, I understand what he was saying about Gervonta ducking Devin Haney, but he got to understand, man, it's a business. And Mayweather, you know, he already know Mayweather ain't letting that fight go down. It's all about a business, man. They got to build a fight. They got to, you know, whatever. But on another note, I was just, you know, I seen the comments about Sean Porter saying that Terrence Crawford is more, you know, I think he's more smarter, has a better IQ than Errol Spence. And I have to definitely fucking agree with that. I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat who said what?
All right, so Sean Porter just came out and said that Terrence Crawford was smarter and had more ring IQ than Errol Spence. He got more tools in the bag. Yeah. And I'm saying I have to definitely fucking agree with that.
Emphasize.
I do.
Go ahead, talk about it.
I mean, I think. Okay. I'm smoking. I need to stop smoking. But look, I feel like, all right, but all right. A lot of people saying that because Terrence Crawford got clipped on the last fight by the Kyrgios sound like he scribbled on the keyboard to write his name. I can't pronounce his name, but they saying that because he got clipped from him. You know what I'm saying? They feeling like Errol Spence is going to dog him or walk him down, and that's just that you got to understand. Terrence gave that man a chance to do that. He gets in exchanges. Do you think he's going to do that with Errol? I mean, he might do it a little bit.
Absolutely.
But he's going to. You fight. You don't fight every fighter the same.
Right.
Everybody knows that. I mean, if you don't know, I mean, maybe you don't, but not you, but. You know what I'm saying? Maybe casuals don't know that, but you don't fight every fighter the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he's got more too. He can adjust more. You know what I'm saying, in the ring.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much I see what you're coming from, and like I said, this is a 50-50 fight. I would not put my house on it. You know, I do got Errol Spence obviously winning the fight if he's still the same. Like I would say this is a 51-49 fight for me. You know, this is that type of fight. Right. And I will emphasize why I think so. But just to point out or add on to what you just said, Terrence Crawford, he fights differently. Every fighter, he really approached the game different. So, like Andre Ward, every opponent, he really fought him different, and Crawford does that. Certain fighters, he really just want to go in there and go toe-to-toe. Other fighters, for example, like when he fought Beltran, man, if you look at his defense that night, he was untouchable that night. And that type of Terrence Crawford is what you need to expect against Errol. He's going to be the best version of himself.
Exactly.
He's going to be the best version. He's going to be calculated. He's going to be defensively responsible. See, Crawford is not defensively responsible when he don't give a damn. See, sometimes fighters do get to him, and he like, man, you know what? I'm going to show this man that I could beat him at his own game, or I'm going to just go in there and dog him. I'm going to just go in there and dog him. So, you know, like even Andre Ward was talking about it in the fight you mentioned he got dropped, you know, against the Machine. Obviously, he broke the Machine, though, but he did get dropped, right? So, Andre Ward brought up the point like, hey, man, this man going into 50-50 exchanges too early. I didn't like that. I'm not going to lie. But I know for a fact that Crawford got way more ring IQ than, you know, for him, once he goes into the ring with Errol, he gonna know better not to do that shit. He gonna be on his P's and Q's. He gonna treat that
P's
fight.
And Q's.
Man, Crawford said, this fight right here is the fight that I've been dreaming about. Is the fight that I've been waiting for, and I want it now or later. It don't matter. But when I do fight Errol, I will beat him. And Crawford, like I said, he ain't gonna. He's gonna. Yeah,
he's gonna beat Errol, and another reason why he's gonna beat Errol is because
Errol now. I just said.
I think no. I know who you going with. I know who you riding with. I'm just feeling like another reason why Terrence Crawford's gonna beat Errol is because Errol doesn't take the sport seriously. He keeps ballooning in between fights to 180, 170, and then you want to work, and then you got to use your whole training camp to get back in shape.
You're right.
And you're not working on no boxing skills.
And Crawford, he stays
just
ready.
like Gervonta Davis. He stays ready.
Like Devin Haney. And Terrence Crawford stays ready just like Devin Haney. And Errol Spence know better. If he knows better, he better do better. And that's why he said that I'm not going to blow up more than 160. I'm going to stay in fight shape. And I like the new tone of that because Errol Spence said after the accident, it was a wake-up call to him. It was like, hey, you're not going to get another chance at life. So make the most out of it. And it was a wake-up call for Errol Spence. His nickname, The Truth, for a reason. So he has a purpose. And just like Bud, I told y'all he has a purpose as well. He got shot in his head. He drove himself to the hospital and treated himself, basically. You know what I'm saying? So on some superhero shit. So what I'm pretty much saying is this fight right here is really the fight of the decade. But it's going to be, like I said, I really don't know who to pick or choose because I remember Errol Spence fighting this fighter from Ghana, and he kind of hurt him or buzzed him with the right hook from a southpaw stand, and that's one of Crawford's best punches. You know what I'm saying? That's one of his P's and Q's.
That's another reason why I got clipped by the machine, because he was just trying to be. He was so adamant about beating him in the southpaw stance instead of I'm just like, sometimes I'll be like, yo, why do you do that when you know you can just easily just demolish this dude from the orthodox? Why do you keep doing that? But he just want to prove a point. I mean, he proves it every time.
Ego.
But
I mean, ego. The ego get involved. But see, I would say what's gonna be tough for Crawford is Errol Spence combination punching, the way he varies his punching. For a counter puncher is hard, because see, when you vary your offense like the way Errol does, it's hard to counter that, because you don't know, or you can't calculate or anticipate what he's gonna do next, or what he's gonna throw in order for you to counter him. So that's why I'm favoring Errol in that aspect. And he's the body snatcher. You know, he goes to the body, go to the head, and he's a southpaw. So he is so much in this fight that you really don't know where it's gonna go. Obviously Crawford got the hand speed advantage. He got way faster hands. Errol Spence has good hand speed, and good power as well. They both got good positioning. Errol Spence is more comfortable fighting in the inside, in my humble opinion. They both go to the body, even Crawford. So, like I said, ain't no telling how this fight gonna go. Like I said, that's why I don't want to put 50-50. Yeah, 50-50. I won't put my house 50, on.
You know, I got two more things to say. I know you got to go. One. All right, this is a yes or no question. All right, do you think Tyson Fury cheated? Yes or no?
Hell yeah! Excuse my language, but man, it's like I said, it's just like,
hell yeah, he cheated.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
he cheated, man.
Yeah,
he cheated, man. He cheated.
Like I say, I would say this, like for the people that say, "Come on, man, Akhi, why you say that?" Listen, that's the truth. The truth is hard to accept sometimes. See, you could hide a couple things in life, but 3 things you can never hide is the sun, the moon, and the truth. They will always come out. They will always come out. So what I'm saying is, we have fighters co-signing it, such as Errol Spence. We have fighters demonstrating it, such as Charles. What was his name? The fighter that fought Tyson Fury. I forgot his name.
Not Charles. Damn, man.
Steve Cunningham.
Yeah.
We have another fighter that's a victim, which was Spencer. He said that he fought somebody like that in Detroit during in the amateurs. And we also got a sparring partner that confirmed the allegations, and that's still sending me evidence to this day. Let's do it one time for Deontay Wilder. To this day. So and people still want to be living in denial. To this day. To this day. So your last question though.
Yeah, man. So last question. Why do people keep thinking Canelo is not, he's in the top 5, but he's definitely not in the top 3. He's just not in my top 3. Because of the simple fact that Gervonta was your mandatory, and you chose to vacate a title, and then you could have unified all the belts, and then you chose to go fight Kovalev, a beat down Kovalev that was already done. We already knew that was just a belt grab, and then he vacated that. So stop saying he's pound for pound. He's not even, bro. He's not pound, and he lost to Lara. So stop it. And he's been given a lot of gifts, man. And I'm just tired of people saying he's number 1. He's pound. He's not. I mean, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's top 5, but he's not top. He's not top 3 to me. I just don't think he's top 3.
If we being objective, right? I mean, let's tell the truth. Akhi got Canelo strapped as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the WBC, you see it right here. He had a request of French fries from the WBC, right? So what I'm saying is this: he been a pro for 15 years, and all the Canelo fans, they claim that we hating this and that. No, we not. We just telling the truth that y'all don't want to accept. Y'all being casuals. So what I'm pretty much saying, he been a pro for 15 years, and this man only fought 3 fighters in their prime. Man, that's a bad look. And y'all claim he pound for pound number 1, and there's plenty of fighters in their prime around his divisions, any division. and he chose to fight not even one of them.
Hold up. You said 3 fighters in their prime. That's he fought Mayweather. He really wasn't in his prime.
And he wasn't even in his prime. But it was Trout, it was Lara, and it was Daniel Jacob, and that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. I mean, for 15 years now, we're not talking about he been a pro for 5 years. He been a pro for 15 years. He fought Ricky Hatton brother his first title shot. And he haven't became the #1 fighter at any division he fought at. So how y'all gonna claim he pound for pound #1 when he haven't even conquered any division he fought at? At 154, he told Jermell Charlo absolutely not. And Golden Boy had to release him out of his contract because he was promised a fight with Canelo, right? At 160, he ducked Andrade and Charlo, the big Charlo. At 168, he avoided Benavidez, his own blood from his own country. He claiming he don't want to fight Mexicans, but he fought Angulo and Lopez.
Oh, he don't want that smoke.
Yeah, but
he don't want that smoke.
But he fought Lopez and Angulo though. But apparently he claims that he don't want to fight his own people when they dangerous, right? And then 175, obviously he fought a wounded fighter. He fought a fighter that was one punch removed from retirement, and he had 1 foot out the door. And now all of a sudden, like, oh, he pound for pound #1. Like, man, y'all know y'all don't believe that. I made a video knocking out a casual Canelo fan, right? And you know, I knocked him out with everything he had to say because he said Floyd Mayweather Canelo surpassed Mayweather record. So it gave me a big laugh, right? So I dropped the video and I received
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I received more dislikes than likes. And it just showed you like these Canelo fans, like, you know, they willing to do whatever, but they can't deny the truth. I'm giving all the Canelo fans the opportunity and the chance to prove Akhi wrong. Expose Akhi. I dare y'all. Y'all don't have no cojones to debate Akhi. Stop eating that contaminated meat that doesn't allow your cojones to grow and debate Akhi. I'm not asking for you to fight Akhi. I'm saying debate Akhi. Y'all don't even got the cojones to debate Akhi, but they claiming I'm biased. So, like I said, obviously you can't have it both ways. So call in, but they don't want this work. Hey, like I said, anybody can get it.
But you could call me the Can Man.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it.
I appreciate you, Akhi. I got a lot of people calling, so I'm, you know,
no doubt, man. I'm gone.
Salute out there, Akhi. Appreciate it for calling in. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna talk 571-901. I'm gonna call all of y'all back. I just want to talk about this topic real quick because it's the main topic of the night. And basically, Floyd Mayweather, he responded to what Gervonta had to say in a way, not directly, but you know how Mayweather do. He very calculated with what he does. So Floyd Mayweather said, the thing I like about Devin Haney is that he willing to do whatever it takes to be great. And I encourage all the young fighters to do the same. So, in my humble opinion, the reason why he said that, he letting Gervonta Tank Davis know. You know, you could say this or you could say that. You know, that you're not going to pull up to the gym or whatever or however you feel. But one thing for sure, I told you on more than one occasion to come through to Vegas, but you didn't do so. You know, and now as soon as Devin Haney knocks on the door, you know, Gervonta has an issue. Now, what I think Floyd Mayweather really loves about Devin is obviously his work ethic. And Gervonta can't be jealous at Devin Haney work ethic because Devin Haney reminds me of my favorite speech. If you want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe, you're going to be successful. See, Devin Haney is the type of cat that he went to Floyd Mayweather TMT gym, he knocked on the door, and he forced Floyd Mayweather to train him. Obviously, he didn't, but Floyd Mayweather saw in his eyes that he want to be successful as bad as he want to breathe. He didn't give him that same speech, but his actions did. So for the people that don't know, this speech is one of my favorite speeches, if not my favorite. Basically, this guy came to this guru and he told him, hey, I want to be a world champion. He's told him, man, you want to be a world champion? He said, yeah. He said, how bad you want to be a world champion? He like, real bad. That's my dream. So he like, okay, the dream, want to be Haney? Come over here then. If you want to be like Devin Haney, you got to do what it takes to be a Devin Haney. So he took him to the, he told him, hey, 5 o'clock in the morning, come see me at the beach. He like, the beach? Apparently we're going to run on the sand like the Cubans do. That's why they the best. So that's how he thought about it. So he went to the beach, right? So when he went to the beach, he saw, he came with a suit. You know what I mean? So the trainer was like, man, you out here rocking a suit and you think we about to have a talk or something? He's like, come over here. So he started going deeper in the ocean. You know what I mean? And the guy was just like, what is this? What he doing? Like, he asked the trainer, like, why are we going deeper in the ocean? He was like, if you want to be a champion, do what I say. You're like, okay, forget it. So he went to where, like, obviously the water got to this point, to his neck. So he like, keep going. The fighter was like, well, what do you want me to drown? And then the trainer started drowning him, physically drowning him. So the fighter was like, man, this man crazy. He's trying to kill me. I'm over here wanting to be a champion. This man trying to kill me. So he brought him back up and he was like, how bad you want to be successful? How bad you want to be a champion? And he drowned him back, right? So obviously the man wants to breathe. So he brought him back up. He like, how bad do you want to breathe? He said, before he got a chance to talk, drown him again. You know what I'm saying? On some, like, the hard way. He got him back up. He like, how bad you want to breathe? He like, if you want to be successful, or if you want to be a champion, as bad as you want to breathe right now, you're going to be successful. But most people love to sleep more than they want to be successful, more than they want to work at their work ethic or what they love to do. They got their dream right in front of them and they rather sleep instead. 50 Cent said one time, I sleep when I die. I got a dream to make, I got a chance to make my dream a reality, and you think I'm gonna go to sleep? That's how he took it, right? So Tupac did the same way. Floyd Mayweather did the same way. And Devin Haney is taking it the same way. He said, man, ain't no fighter in the game that's working harder than me. And that reminded me of what Mayweather said in the past, where he stated on HBO 24/7, when he's the entrepreneur of that. The UFC took a blueprint out of that. The green print, of course. Anything he does is successful. So Floyd Mayweather said, ain't no athlete in the game that's working harder than me right now. Name an athlete that's working harder than me right now. As soon as he became Money May, right after the Pretty Boy stage, right? So what I'm pretty much saying, how bad you really want it, is the real question. Now, we could talk about the prodigy, Gervonta or Devin Haney. Which one is it? Devin Haney has the goods. Gervonta has the goods, right? But it's the hard work and dedication is the separation. Hard work beat talent when talent doesn't work as hard, but hard work with talent will make you a great. And that's what Floyd Mayweather realized. That's the recipe for greatness. So Devin Haney could be the next, Kobe? Obviously Floyd Mayweather is the Michael Jordan of the sport. Devin Haney is being compared to Kobe of boxing. Then what is Gervonta? He could be the LeBron James of boxing. But in order to be LeBron's, you got to live up to it. And you ain't going to live up to it blowing up in weight. That's why Errol Spencer was a wake-up call for him. The miracle that he survived. He realized, hey, I might not get a second chance at life. So I'm going to take advantage of this, right? That's how he took it. So Gervonta, just like his favorite fighter, Mike Tyson, does he really want to end up losing to that man in the mirror? Losing to a man in the ring that's not better than him, but better prepared? Is that what Gervonta faith is going to be? Similar to Prince? Similar to Mike? Or do you want to be like an Ali or Floyd Money May? So hopefully it's a wake-up call. Hopefully it's a check for Gervonta to realize, hey, I'm going to quit being petty. I'm going to make it do what it do because I got a talent. I just need the work ethic. So there's no reason Gervonta should be overweight right now during quarantine. He should be getting ready, preparing himself to drop weight so he could go in camp ready to fight Cruz. Imagine if Cruz beats him because he's better shape than him, not because he's better than him. We all know Cruz ain't better than him. I think Gervonta Davis gonna massacre Cruz. But what if Cruz could take his punch and let's say he's in better condition and takes him to deep waters and drown him? How horrible of a look that's going to be. A waste of talent, right? So that's why Floyd Mayweather loves what he sees in Devin Haney. Devin Haney gave Floyd Mayweather that I want to be successful as bad as I want to breathe speech, not with his own words, but with his actions. So, of course, Floyd Mayweather gonna fall in love with that. Meanwhile, he gotta chase Gervonta. He gotta see where he at. He gotta go tell him, you want to be like AB, call out the best. You also gotta fight the best, and you gotta be in shape. Not one time a year, but year round. So you got to be ready in case you don't got to get ready to fight the best. So I say that because obviously Floyd Mayweather is a living example. You know what I'm saying? So Tank Davis is doing the opposite of what Devin Haney is doing. He's living the superstar life, but you could hang out with the rappers. Like I told y'all earlier, you could do what they do, but a rapper could still drink lean and go to the studio and make a fire track. But on the other hand, a fighter can't drink lean and go into the fight and be in a firefight. Well, he can, but he ain't gonna win. Unless, like I said, the power gonna save you, but it's only gonna save you at a certain level. Once you get to the elite level, Gervonta Davis' skills and his conditioning is going to need to kick in. He got the skills, but the conditioning, is it there? Not right now. Not the way he looked against Gamboa, and I love Gervonta, but the way he looked against Gamboa, his condition was not there. He had a hurt, wounded opponent in front of him, and he couldn't finish him on some Mortal Kombat. Come on, man. And he got one of the biggest, he's one of the hardest punches in the world. He's one of the fastest punches in the world. He's one of the smartest, and man, he got so many attributes. I'm gonna need all day to talk about him, right? And he can't finish a hurt opponent. Why? Because he was not in condition. He had to fight at a certain pace so he don't gas himself out. You cannot go in a fight with Devin Haney or Lomachenko in that type of condition. So I say that because, like I said, when Floyd Mayweather said the thing he loved about Devin Haney is that he wants to be great and he's willing to do whatever it takes to be great. And he told Devin Haney, I got so much more to teach you. And if I'm a student, if I'm a student, right? Picture what I'm going to do. Guess what I'm going to do? If I'm a student and I want to be an engineer, I'm going to go to the best engineering teacher, right? If I have that type of a resource. Gervonta has the best promoter in the world possibly and the best trainer in the world. Floyd Mayweather, and he chooses not to train with him because of ego. I think he needed to put his ego aside and do what Devin Haney did. He needed to go knock on the door like, man, forget what Devin Haney is doing. Hell no. He my future opponent. Train me. Because you can't stop Devin Haney from living his dream. I know that's Gervonta's future opponent. Obviously. That's Gervonta's future opponent. Possibly. It's not 100, but possibly, right? So, obviously, he will be concerned. But Floyd Mayweather is not training Devin Haney to beat Gervonta. Floyd Mayweather is training Devin Haney to get better as a fighter. He's not even thinking about the fight. So it's a perfect LeBron-Jordan relationship right there if Devin Haney could live up to a Kobe in the boxing game, right? So what I'm pretty much saying is Floyd Mayweather is doing what he feels deep inside is right. After Roger Mayweather passed away, he told everybody. And Gervonta should have took advantage of that then. He said, man, listen, I'm going to be one of the best trainers in the world. I dropped a video on this. I told y'all, he already said that his new goal now is to pass down the tradition of his family. And he's going to be one of the best trainers. And since he's TBE, of course he's going to be the best trainer in the game. Man, you know what kind of, he got advices that money cannot buy. So Gervonta should be running to a Floyd Mayweather to get taught by him, because if you get taught by the best, you're going to be the best, especially if you already got the attributes. So that being said, man, like I said, Gervonta, man, hopefully he get it together. Hopefully he get it together. But let me go ahead and pick up some calls. Click on the like button. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post a go live. What's going on, Akhi? Can you turn down the volume a little bit?
Yeah, give me in just a second. How you doing, brother?
All right, how you doing? 571. Who this is, and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is your boy T, man, from Virginia again, man. I wanted to weigh in on the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, man, and I know you probably passed it, but I just want to say, people are doubting my boy.
Who that?
Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying?
You can't doubt that.
Everybody's. No, I'm not. I'm not even going to sit here and say Bud is whack, because I like Bud.
Right.
I like Bud. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I say that because people sleeping on Earl's skill set. Like, they figured the brother can't box, or the brother can't. He doesn't have smarts in the ring. You know what I mean?
Man,
I understand that's a big fight, and best believe it's hard for me to pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't take that man for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what I keep hearing is, who has he fought? You know what I'm saying?
Earl Spence?
Yeah.
Man,
I keep hearing that from. I know. Like, who has he fought? He hasn't fought nobody. I'm like, oh, you're mad? Oh, you're mad? And then the other thing that I have a problem with is the legends in the game. The disrespect they give that kid.
With who?
Well, I'm going to talk about your man, Roy Jones, for one.
Roy Jones?
Roy Jones. I saw an interview the other day where he was going in on Earl, talking about Terrence Crawford will wipe the floor with him.
But is it recent? Is it recent?
I think it is recent. Maybe 2 weeks ago. You could go look it up.
I got love for Roy now. This one one of my favorite.
Oh, I know that. You go look that up, man, because
so what
I wasn't the only one.
What he say?
Well, he was saying that Earl won't beat Spence. Earl don't have the skill set better than Spence. I'm sitting there like, oh, this is coming from one of the greats.
Yeah, but see, everybody entitled to their own opinion. If he said that he picking Terrence Crawford to win is one thing, but he said Terrence wiped the floor, whatever.
Yep. You could go watch that. Go watch that interview. I'm not kidding. There's like 2 or 3 interviews he said that.
Yeah. I don't know what he's saying. I got my opinion now. I don't think he watches Errol Spence. Even if he wins, I don't see nobody watching nobody in that fight. I think it's going to be a competitive fight. And I think it's going to be a Hearn-Leonard fight type of clash, because you got to remember, Terrence have attributes, but Errol has his own. So, like, for example, Terrence has better footwork, or faster footwork, I should say, and faster hand speed, and maybe quicker body a quicker body quickness. So he's quicker with his upper body movement. So that being said, Errol Spence, on the other hand, he has better fundamentals as far as the way he cut off the ring, so smooth, and the way he goes to the body and his power. He the bigger guy. These things come into play, and that pressure and the way he varies his offense and the way he position his body in the inside, or even when he boxing, he don't have the fastest feet in the world, but his positioning is always on point. And in the boxing game, it's all about positioning. Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao was a perfect example. Everybody talked about Pacquiao footwork, this and that, and Floyd Mayweather danced around him, and he was one step ahead of him every time. And that's was pretty much what Errol does to his opponents. For example, when he fought Mikey Garcia, Mikey was trying to counter Errol all night, but he had no opening because Errol Spence vary his offense so good. So it's hard to counter somebody that does and vary his offense on a whole nother level. So
right.
I don't know. Like I said, Roy, he entitled to his own opinion, but I have my own opinion, and I think it's a war. I think it's a gaudy versus well, I ain't gonna say Gotti because they ain't had that much skill. I would say Hearn versus Leonard type of a war, and I think Errol Spence wins a close fight because he will be more active and he will be going to the body and going to the head, which will give him a win. I got Errol Spence winning by split decision.
Wow, because I had this fight a draw, to be honest with you. I really did because I know
we on the same page.
I like the way, you know what I'm saying, Bud. I love the way Bud makes adjustments, man, and when he's fighting somebody. The only problem I had was with his last fight, though, with Mean Machine.
Yeah,
like I, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like the way. I understand you try to prove a point. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, but man, he could have got that dude out, in my opinion, no late, like 5 rounds, man.
I mean, you want me to be honest with you, man? I think that he let the See, in the sport of boxing, is the theater of the unexpected. You can't go in the ring thinking it's all sweet. And I think that interview with Teddy Atlas, where Teddy Atlas was trying to make up for the crazy comments he made when he said Lomachenko is pound for pound number 1 over Andre Ward and Crawford, and he said that they're not competing with each other. They need to compete with Lomachenko. So. Pretty much, in my humble opinion, I think Crawford, when he heard Teddy Atlas tell him he has the best instinct in the game, man, he took it like, man, you know what? I'm going to show everybody I got the best instinct in the game. So that's why, the way he fought, bro, man, the way he was doing the 50-50 exchanging, he let Teddy Atlas, whatever Teddy Atlas told him, he really let that get to his head because, see, Teddy was just saying and talking out of his a-hole because Teddy know better, man. Teddy, as far as much of knowledge he has and all the greats that he done witnessed from Roy Jones and their instinct to Muhammad Ali to Floyd Money May to, I mean, so many fighters. No disrespect to Crawford. I think he pound for pound number 1, but he definitely don't have the best instinct in the game, you know, or ever. He said ever now. You know, so I feel like, you know, I like to hold fighters accountable. I like to fight analysts accountable and experts because you can't make some crazy comments like that and take the hard work and dedication for other fighters and their talent. You got to give credit where credit is due. You should have gave Terrence Crawford his credit when he became undisputed instead of saying Lomachenko is pound for pound number 1 with a damn loss and 7 fights. You know what I mean? And he haven't even fought Rigondeaux at the time. So like I said, he was just he was doing that to make up for the previous comments. But other than that, Akhi, you know, you got any last thoughts?
Yeah, man. I just one more thing, man, before I go, brother Akhi. Yo, I'm getting tired of this cat named Lomachenko, man, because what the fuck did he prove, man? In my humble opinion, who did he fight, man?
Which one? What is that? What are we talking about?
Like, for instance, they keep, like you said, they keep saying this dude is the best. Devin Haney is not even fucking 22, man, and been calling this cat out for like a year and a half.
And how,
you know what I'm saying?
Answer this question. How old was Muhammad Ali when he beat Sonny Liston?
Oh, I think Sonny Liston, Muhammad was like in his mid-20s, like
it was 21. Or 22,
yeah, about
one of the
20,
two.
21?
Exactly, 21, 22. How old was Mayweather when he beat the number 130 pounder?
Man, he was 21, 22 himself.
How old was Prince Nassim Hamed when he became unified champion, not just a champion? 22.
I think he was like 22.
Right? So all these fighters doing it at 22, 21, they got the talent. Mike Tyson himself too. So now, so it's okay for Lomachenko to fight for a title in his second debut bout and lose it and fight another fighter, and keep in mind at the same time, you know, Lomachenko fought for a strap, the WBO, that doesn't allow you to fight for the strap if you're coming off a loss. However, you know, he still fought for it, breaking the rules. But now when Devin Haney called him Lomachenko, he said, "Ain't no white boy could beat me." And he gave him a new nickname. And now you're telling me what he do to fight him? Man, off that comment alone, Lomachenko, he should have fought him. Off that, I ain't gonna let a white boy beat me alone, he should have fought him. Off that, you know, him being his mandatory, he should have fought him. I could name you multiple fighters Lomachenko fought that didn't have no credibility, like Mariaga, who's coming off a loss, and even the fighter prior to him fighting the guy from the UK, Campbell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He fought a guy, I don't even remember his name. That's how unknown he was. But when it's Devin Haney, now he want to question the rankings. When it's Devin Haney, he want to request the French fries title. This strap that I got right here is more real than the one Lomachenko got, because he gave it up to duck and avoid a 21-year-old. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. You're absolutely right. Listen, before I go, I'm going to say this one last time, yo. Everybody that's been calling out my boy Devin Haney, man, I noticed for the past couple of days, as soon as Floyd Mayweather started training, everybody's been fucking silent. I haven't heard anybody rebuttal back.
And they've been silent from day one. Who, man? Devin Haney been on his pretty boy shit. Excuse my language. On his pretty boy stage, calling out the best. You know, people don't remember this, but when Floyd Mayweather was pretty boy, nobody wanted to smoke with him. Man, I'm talking about fighters from 130 to 147. Sugar Shane Mosley and all. They didn't want to fight him. They didn't want to smoke. And Devin Haney is in that same shoe. And now after Floyd Mayweather training him, oh man, I know damn well. See, Lomachenko said Floyd Mayweather is his dream fight. We don't believe you. You need more people, because if it's true, you would have fought Devin Haney, bro. I know you capping. Just like you said, Manny Pacquiao, you want to be as great as Pacquiao, and then you avoid a grandpa version of Manny Pacquiao. You know, and then he says he passed Salido, but Salido beat you. You avoid a Salido rematch. So like I said, you know, Lomachenko making himself look bad. And let me inform you on this. This is actually new news. Let me just inform you on this real quick, Akhi. So we have Bob Arum. He came out claiming that Lomachenko is still officially the WBC champion, according to the WBC president. And the fight with Lopez is going to be for undisputed. It's like, are you serious? First of all, the WBC president already came out saying that the WBC French fries title is not a belt, is not a championship. He said it's just a trophy. But now he could fight and be undisputed. It's not a title when you can't defend it. And you avoided a Devin Haney for that title. You requested it. And he got exposed by Lomachenko doing so, right? Lomachenko called him out for lying on that too. So what I'm pretty much saying is, if Akhi WBC strap that y'all see on split decision is more real than Lomachenko strap, how can he be the champion? It's what I want to know. Go ahead, answer that question.
I can't even answer that question for you, man, because you can't answer that question with a punk like that giving up his strap, man. But let me end it like this. It's going to be a bad move on Lomachenko's part to fight my man Lopez, because I've seen that dude, and he's dangerous. So let him go ahead, man, and fight Lopez.
He want a tune-up. He want a tune-up, though.
Nah, a tune-up? Are you serious, Akhi?
That's what he wants.
Come on, man.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Lomachenko, he living up to Lomachenko. He living up to that name. He don't want no smoke. And Devin Haney, he on his AB shit.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man.
Anybody can get it.
Africans, Americans,
hold on.
Dominicans, Mexicans.
Let me add one.
Anybody can get it.
Europeans, I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm trying to add it to the list. You know what I'm saying? Because he from the Ukraine, and he over here, he being a no-show. You know, don't blame it on the ban of not traveling, because this was before the coronavirus. So, like I said, you know, we all know what time it is with Lomachenko. He wants no smoke with Devin Haney. So it's a bad look to let a 21-year-old bully you. How you gonna let a 21-year-old bully you and make you retract your statements? He said Gervonta a businessman, and then as soon as Devin Haney pulled up on him, then automatically he became a businessman instead of a fightman. So, like I said, he contradicting himself left and right, and it's just a horrible look. I mean, the greatest white hope that ever existed, and he don't want to shut Devin Haney up and humble him. Devin Haney cannot be humble. Talk your ish, because you know, with fighters like Lomachenko, man, Devin Haney about to be the greatest himself, according to old media, since they said Lomachenko the greatest, right? I mean, the way they hyped him up, come on, man. They said this man the greatest since Muhammad Ali, forgetting about Roy Jones and all of them guys, just like they did with Gennady Golovkin. As soon as the Gennady Golovkin train wreck crashed, remember, they said Gennady Golovkin, he's on the top 25 greatest fighters for the past 25 years. And then as soon as he got his butt whooped by Canelo, Lambley said that his career is a failure if he don't win that fight. So it turned out that his career a failure. Max Kellerman hopped off that train and hopped on the new train, which was Lomachenko. And now Lomachenko making him look bad, avoiding Devin Haney, a 21-year-old, a green fighter. You know what I mean? Like I said, it don't get worse than that. It just don't get worse than that.
No, it don't, brother. I ain't got nothing else to say tonight, man.
All right, man. Great talking to you, though.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother.
Peace. So, like I said, you know, I'm gonna try to get to some of my callers, but let me go ahead and get a topic or two out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it. So, Danny Garcia came out stating that Errol Spence fight is in the fall. You could expect it to land between September and maybe August. You know, he really didn't emphasize on that. He just said that if Manny Pacquiao step into negotiations, then he gonna talk to Manny Pacquiao. What that tells me, though, that Manny Pacquiao is in negotiations with Errol Spence. I'm not 100%. This is obviously just speculation because, you know, if he said... Because he said, I would prefer a Manny Pacquiao fight over an Errol Spence. So if that's the case, that means you ain't really negotiating with Manny Pacquiao because you ain't even pay attention to Errol Spence at the moment, right? So I think Manny Pacquiao is most likely negotiating with Errol Spence. Like I told you, I think he's using Crawford as a leverage move to claim, hey, I'm going to fight Crawford, Errol, if you play with me and you don't give me the deal that I want. And if it don't be no VADA and this and that, you don't know what kind of leverage Manny Pacquiao wants on the table. And obviously money plays a role in all the above. So, ain't no telling. I would prefer Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. In my humble opinion, either go home with a bang or don't go home at all. What I mean by that, either fight Manny Pacquiao or just fight a tune-up fight. Shut Maurice Lee up. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with Maurice Lee. I hope the man okay, but he's definitely tripping. So Errol Spence might want to tune him up, right? But either you go home with a bang on pay-per-view, one of the biggest fights, or fight a Maurice Lee. But Errol Spence, you know, he cut from a different cloth. If he can't get a Manny Pacquiao, he gonna get the Danny Garcia. He gonna go to Crawford because you already know he cut from the truth cloth. You gotta, man, to be from that cloth, you gotta want all the smoke. You gotta have all the attributes. You gotta have it all. You gotta have the complete package. You gotta have to be a star in the game. So, hold on, let me talk to my Akhi real quick. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is and where you calling from? Hello? Hello? Hold on one second. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Oh, man, he didn't hang up. So, like I said, you know, Errol Spence have the air factor to be a superstar, and Manny Pacquiao fight is equivalent to Oscar De La Hoya fight for Floyd Mayweather. That's why I say either go home with a bang or just chillax, see how you feeling because you ain't got the real teeth yet, this and that. You ain't spar, you don't know what you look like. And a fight against Danny Garcia is not the most dangerous fight in the world. Because Danny, obviously, if we all being truthful, Danny is, you know, he a calculated fighter. But he not the hardest hitter in the world. He got good power. He got good timing. He got good fundamentals. But he not the most dangerous opponent in the world. But he's still dangerous because Errol Spence is coming off a car crash. So with that being said, who this is, Akhi, and where you calling from?
Colorado.
Okay, talk to me, Akhi. How you feeling? What you want to talk about?
I want to talk to you about Canelo Alvarez.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, you told me he didn't fight no black fighters. I know a list of black fighters he fought.
Yeah, I said, yeah, he don't fight no brothers on
Hey, he fought Daniel Jacobs, brother. He fought Daniel Jacobs. Hey, I'm half brother. I'm half brother and half Mexican.
Okay, that was a good fight. I think that's Canelo Alvarez's biggest win to this day.
You know, he fought Austin Trout. He fought Mosley, Kirkland, Kermit. He fought all those dudes.
Okay, let's touch on him because you bringing up, you know, the fighters that he fought. So according to Danny Garcia, that's his best name on his resume. And when was that? You know, that was a couple fights ago now. And Danny Garcia, with all the respect, he from my hometown and all that, but he's not the best middleweight in the world. It's Andrade and this is Charlo. And we pretty much know this.
No, you're right. You're right about Andrade and Charlo. Give me a second.
Yeah, so when it comes to Daniel Jacob, I like Daniel Jacob. Don't get me wrong. I think that's Canelo's best win yet and most decisive one. But you got to keep in mind.
But you got to understand something too, brother. You got to understand.
I ain't finished my point. Let me finish my point. So Daniel Jacob, you know, he had a close fight with Lomachenko, and then the fight prior to that, it was the knockdown that separated that got him the win pretty much. And when Andre fought him, he washed him. Like he stole something. Like he wasn't even on his level. So we know Andrade and Charlo are the best at the middleweight division. So as far as Daniel Jacob, it's a good win. The Canelo best win till this day. But pretty much, you know what I'm saying, it was pretty evident. And then you went back all the way to Kirkland. Keep in mind, the Kirkland fight, he ducked Jermell Charlo. And Golden Boy had to release Jermell Charlo out of his contract because according to Golden Boy, they on the contract they promised him a Canelo fight, and they promised him a Canelo fight in Dallas, but because Canelo said absolutely not, I'd rather fight a Kirkland who got knocked out by a fighter with 6 knockouts, and Kirkland, who was a year and a half removed from a layoff, and he didn't even train with Anna Wolf. He wasn't even allowed to. He avoided Jermell Charlo, and Golden Boy had to release Jermell Charlo out of his contract so Canelo Alvarez could fight Kirkland. So you could fight. When I say fight the best brothers out there, we're not talking about just any brother. We're talking about brothers with skill, with rhythm.
But let me tell you though, Jacob wanted to fight the Charlo brothers. The Charlo brothers backed down on Jacob, brother.
Hold on. Like I said, let me touch on everything you had to say because I really want to talk about everything you mentioned. Because you said you went back to Sugar Shane Mosley. My brother, Sugar Shane was 100 years old and was coming off back-to-back losses on some Drake shit. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. I'm talking about Charlo and Andre. He been avoiding them for the past 5 years. And you know this better than I do. So what's your excuse for him, giving up his strap? And the WBC, according to them, they wanted to fight, but Canelo paid them some money to give him a French fries title. And he gave the Lion the real strap.
Do you know what a franchise title is, brother? Tell me what a franchise. Explain to me what a franchise title is.
Not a
trophy. What?
A championship is not a title nor a belt. So he don't got the cojones to fight.
What does it do? What is a franchise title do? Your franchise title. What does it do?
Avoid the best fighters in the world. To avoid the fighters from the coincidental list. Lomachenko.
No, my brother. That's not it.
Canelo and Lomachenko are from the coincidental.
If there's a champion in different weight classes, Canelo can go after him and make that money.
So what's the point you're trying to make? Because you said he fights.
The point what I'm trying to make, bro, it's about money. It's about politics.
Charlo is bigger than Canelo.
No, he ain't, brother. No, he ain't. Snap into reality. No, he ain't fucking bigger.
Hold on. Pause real quick because you jumping around and that's not how it's going. We're going to talk about one thing at a time. So you said
you're the one that's jumping around.
You first of all said, Canelo fights black fighters, right? I say he don't fight black fighters with rhythm that could fight. I'm telling you
right now, Jacob will whoop some fucking ass, bro. Jacob will whoop ass.
You say Jacob, but like I said, that's his best win, and he ain't fought brothers since then. But when it comes to Charlo and Andre told him you don't got no
Charlo back down from Jacob, brother.
Andre, hold on.
The Charlo brothers back down from Jacob.
You keep flip-flopping. I'm gonna have to put you on mute if you keep doing that. So, like I said, So Andre said, hey, Canelo, you don't got no cojones. Grow some cojones and fight me. I'm more Mexican than you. Canelo said, absolutely not. He looked another way, right? Charlo, he did the same thing. He said, I'm the Lion. Come to the Lion Den. I'll fight you in Mexico City, where you be eating contaminate meat at. Guess what Canelo Alvarez did? He said, absolutely not. I'm a fight. I'm gonna be a cheater. I'm gonna still run the jungle because I'm gonna be the fastest animal in the jungle. And I'd rather be a cheetah and eat some contaminated meat and run the jungle like the cheetah does, right? So instead of facing the lion and facing your fear, you run the other way. And you keep talking about Daniel Jacob. Like I said, this is what the decafs do. Keep flip-flopping, deflecting. Daniel Jacob, when he met Charlo and when they were face to face, Charlo told Daniel Jacob, if you drop your opponent, I'ma drop mine. Y'all could go back and check the interview out or the video. Charlo told Daniel Jacob, hey, listen, if you drop your opponent, I drop mine, we fight next. Forget all the back and forth. Daniel Jacob said, you ain't touching M's. I'm touching M's. He said, what that mean? You don't know what I'm touching. He said, yes, I do know what you touching. Remember that? So Charlo accepted the fight. He said, I'll fight you next. So don't try to twist it around and act like Charlo ducked Daniel Jacob because he didn't, bruh. You just trying to find an excuse. But like I said, y'all decafs, don't quit bringing up lies because the truth will always debunk any lie. Facts trump any opinion. So what I'm trying to say is you just another decaf that's getting knocked out on split decision, bringing up lies because you saying Charlo, he avoided Daniel Jacob. No, he didn't, bro. He told him on the video, I'll fight you next. Let's both drop our opponents. You said, Canelo Alvarez, he fight brothers. Oh, brothers that could hardly fight or brothers that are good but not great? I'm talking about the best fighters in the world. Floyd Mayweather been kicking Hispanic fighters every Mexican Independent Day. And Canelo Alvarez don't got the cojones to fight one brother on Mexican Independent Day that we consider the best. We've been asking Canelo Alvarez to fight Charlo and Andre for the past 5 years. And he haven't did so. So quit bringing up lies and tell Canelo to grow the cojones to fight Charlo and Andre.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear this.
What?
Let me speak. Are you gonna let me speak now? Or are you just speaking?
Go ahead. Troll. You said you ain't speaking, you trolling, but go ahead. Bring up one point at a time. I'm not trying to flip flop around.
I wanted to speak for a long time. You just don't let me speak.
Go ahead, speak.
Okay, first of all, let's get to Mayweather. Let's get to Mayweather. Let's get to Mayweather and Holyfield. Let's get that.
No. Don't flip flop. Ask. So, what you have to say to what I just said? Reply.
Okay, let me tell you something, brother. You don't even know what a franchise title is. Let me speak. You don't even know what a franchise title is.
It's a fake title. It's not a belt nor a championship. I just told you what it is. The WBC president said it's not a title. It's not a belt.
Let me speak.
Well, apparently you.
I let you speak.
I ain't stopping you. I ain't stopping you.
You're gonna put me on mute or something.
I ain't stopping you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just get your.
Because you don't want to hear the fucking truth.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, you tell nothing but lies. First of all, a lot of lies. But let me tell you something. You do not like Hispanics.
You said, hold on. Get to the point, dog.
I know you don't. I know you don't like Hispanic fighters.
You said speak. Go ahead, speak, bro. I mean, you keep talking nonsense. Go ahead, speak.
Canelo, and the Charlo brothers. Yeah, the Charlo brothers did call him out. I admit that, and everybody knows that. But you want to know why he did not fight him? Wow. Because the money wasn't right. It's about money, buddy.
Yeah,
if they would offer him 50 mil,
so Billy Joe Saunders. So Billy Joe Saunders is a bigger fight than Charlo.
The UK, brother,
and
Billy Joe Saunders from the UK. The money in the UK quadrupled.
He's fighting here in the US. He's not fighting in the UK.
Fighters.
He's fighting in the US though. So what
fight? Though, so I'm talking about the pay-per-view.
Okay, Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, his last fight. What did he fight on? What he fought on, and who he fought?
Do you know what? I really don't know Billy Joe Saunders that good.
He fought on a YouTube undercard. Hold on. He fought on a YouTube undercard. He fought on a YouTube undercard, dog. And you talking about he a bigger fight than Charlo? You don't even know who he fought. So do your research and your homework before you come on split decision. Because you just a
No.
He fought on your YouTube undercard, but he a bigger fight than Charlo. Hey, bro, what facts? He fought. That's a fact. That's a fact. Dog, you just mad.
You don't know shit about anything, brother.
You just mad. He fought on the YouTube
undercard. If I would see you, brother, I would go fucking 10 rounds with you.
You won't do shit. You don't do shit. You
don't
don't do shit.
with the
I don't
shit.
care who
I
you
seen no
lost to,
boxing
and I
skill.
don't know who you is, but you just got knocked out on split decision. Dumbass
Knocked
decaf,
out.
dumb casual ass fan. Like I said, he said Billy Joe Saunders. I gave him the chance to speak, to troll. Excuse me, to troll. He said, "Oh, Billy Joe Saunders is a bigger fight." Billy Joe Saunders fought on a YouTube undercard his last fight and almost got beat by nobody. Stop playing with him. And you talking about Charlo, the Lion, who knocks out his opponents, who go for the kill, who we get. Man, this strap right here is realer than Canelo's strap. The French fries title is not a belt nor a championship. This is facts, not your emotional opinion, decaf. The WBC president said this. The WBC president was also the same guy who said he wanted to see the fight. It was Canelo who paid him more money, not 2%, 10% of his purse, to request a French fries title and elected to give up the title. This verbatim out of WBC president, what he was talking about during an interview. I got all these proofs that I'm gonna provide in the comment section. So like I said, these Canelo fans, they talking about, oh, I'm hating Hispanics. Oh, because I'm telling the truth, I'm hating Hispanics? Man, my best friend is Epifanio, bruh. Is he Hispanic too? I watch fights, I tell him Canelo ducking Charlo, and he said exactly the same points they bring up. Oh, Charlo or nobody, this and that. Oh, but he don't want to fight him. And you be the first one to watch if he fight Charlo. But at the end of the day, or at least the night, guess what they say? Try to make up excuses, dusty excuses that I gotta brush off before I talk about it. Listen, bruh, you know, like I said, I'm too clean for dusty excuses. Please bring some new ones. I already debunked everything they had to say. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is or where you calling from? Hello? Hold on. I gotta connect you to the studio. It'll probably be my last call. I'm sorry, Akhi's, but I'm limited on the time. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is or where you calling from?
We call from Detroit, Michigan. What's up, Akhi? Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. What's going on? Talk to me.
We live on the show?
Yes, sir.
What's up? What you want to talk about? Terrence Crawford is not pound for pound, bro.
Okay, so who's pound for pound?
It got to be Canelo. Who else got a better resume?
It ain't about resume. It's who you fought and when you fought them. What resume? So who's the best win on that in Canelo Alvarez record?
It's about what? It's about what?
Who's the best win? So who's the best win? Okay, so you want to talk about resume? Who's the best win on Canelo resume?
Hold on, let me mute the YouTube.
Yeah, hurry up. Yeah, because we short on time, so please, speed things further.
So who got the best resume?
So answer the question, who's the best win on Canelo resume?
Who's the best win?
On Canelo resume.
GGG.
GGG? Who lost to Lomachenko? Who lost to Daniel Jacob? Who got exposed by Kell Brook?
Name me 3 opponents Terrence Crawford beat if you want to
Postal, Gamboa, and Diaz, and Jeff Horn. And Jeff Horn. He knocked out Mathuse. Hold on. Who got knocked out by Mathise? 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 Who got knocked out by Mathise?
Postal.
No, Postal knocked out Mathise. Hey, you got to go, man. Yo, you talking crazy, man. Hey, listen.
But
Postal knocked out Mathise. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He knocked out Mathise. Get your facts right. It ain't the other way around.
I forgot about that.
Gamboa. He beat Gamboa. He beat Jeff Horn like he stole some. He dominated these cats. See, to be pound for pound number one. Hold on, because I don't got that much time. Let me tell you this. See. To be pound for pound number one is the way you win. You got to dominate. Crawford haven't had a single close fight yet. On the other hand, Canelo, he got busted taking steroids. If we are being honest, hold on. If you're gonna compare them, Canelo got busted taking steroids. Canelo fought Austin Trout and Harley won that fight. Lara beat his ass. Floyd Mayweather beat his ass. So what is you talking about, dog? What are you talking about, dog? He ain't the best. Like I just told you why he ain't the best. Because even his biggest wins against Trout, they close. He robbing these guys. Like he robbed Lara. Don't he have a win against Lara?
Why is Crawford ducking Porter?
He's not ducking Porter. He ain't ducking Porter. Porter is just coming off a loss, dog.
How many times did Porter's dad say, let's fight? How many times did Porter's dad say, let's fight, and Crawford act like he don't hear nothing?
Crawford said that, you know, they willing to after he sit down with him, they're gonna talk about it, and if they agree to fight, they're gonna fight.
Bro.
So hold on, Porter, how is Floyd? First of all, Crawford can't even fight Porter right now because Porter's coming off a loss, and for the WBO, in order to fight for that strap, the rules say you can't fight for that title if you're coming off a loss. So see, these things you don't know, Akhi. So do your research, do your homework, but call again because, like I said, you're a little off, man. You're a little off, fam. So like I said, you know, I'm a little late on the show. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody y'all knocked out. It's my pleasure to do so. They call in late on the show. Obviously, we already had a 2-hour show already. My computer about to die. And like I said, bring up facts, not false information. And anybody can get it on some AB. Even my own Akhi. You know what I'm saying? It ain't split decision. It's going to be a knockout. So like I said, they got me feeling like Mayweather on split decision. Undefeated. 424 debates, 424 KO with facts. Iron Mike of split decision, the most feared, the young Akhi, got all these decals shook. So with that being said, like I said, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decals / old media that don't know shit about boxing. Because like I said, you know, they will bring up their emotional opinion. But facts trump any opinion any given day of the week. And always remember that when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. So all the decals that's claiming, hey, why are you picking on the decals that don't know ish about boxing, admitting that they are decals? Absolutely not. I'm calling out everybody, including all the expertise from Max Kellerman, from Teddy Ellis to anybody. Anybody can get it. Call me the Camman, Paulie, anybody. You know what I mean? I'm talking about even fans. You name it. Experts. So like I said, just call in, tune in, and I'm kind of late on the show. I have to speed things up. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I said, it dropped 424 and old bet. Okay, Guesto. Appreciate it. Like I said, these decals, they want to talk about Canelo the best, this and that, but we already know what his history looked like. Plenty of excuses. I'm tired of hearing excuses when y'all talking about Canelo. Quit bringing up excuses that Canelo ain't even bringing up. Why y'all got more confidence than Canelo, bruh? On the other hand, Crawford, a man that's nicknamed the Bud, the Smoke, you don't hear him say, oh, I don't want no part of the truth. No, he want to seek out the truth in Errol Spence. So like I said, these decals will say whatever, but they living up to their name. Dumb, casual ass fans. And like I said, on split decision, I don't go for no decision. I don't let the bell take me to a decision where the referee could rob me on some Canelo-ish. Y'all know how these judges do. Not only these decals be the judge, I knock him out. Like the Iron Mike. So like I told y'all, on split decision, it's just one round KO. But sometimes I do like to take him further because I'm gonna say this. On split decision, you get up to 3 strikes before I have to hang up. Because if you lie 3 times, then I have to hang up. If you keep flip-flopping, I have to hang up because I keep knocking you out in every topic you bring up and you stay deflecting. Quit running. Quit ducking like Canelo and call in to split decision. You already know how the Lions do. And like I always say, man, appreciate everybody for calling in. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And subscribe below, click on the notification bell, and tune in next Monday. Eid Mubarak, wa kulla aam wa antum bakhair, wa Ramadan Kareem. And oh, hold on. You already know what I gotta say. All the decals. Why y'all always gotta hate, man?
Damn, I'm looking good. I bear witness. There's only one God, Allah.